Hey everyone, my name is Ellen and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to play Death by a Thousand Cuts by Taylor Swift on the guitar. So stay tuned if this is something you want to learn, and make sure to subscribe to my channel, that way you never miss out on another new tutorial. Also follow me on Instagram for your chance to win a one-on-one lesson with me. But it's not enough 'cause the morning comes and you're not my baby. Alright, so just a quick disclaimer, I am going to be basing my tutorial today off of the way Taylor played this in her Tiny Desk concert, so kind of the more acoustic version than the album version. However, you can totally play it like the album version using this tutorial as well. But anyways, that is how I'm going to base most of this tutorial off of. So if you want to play it in the same key as Taylor played in her concert version, you want to make sure your guitar is in standard tuning and go ahead and put your capo on the 4th fret to play in the same key that she did. On top of that, we're going to need to know 6 different chords. None of them are bar chords, so no worries there. And I also wanted to show you one strumming pattern that she uses in the song, and then one picking pattern if you want to venture into picking. So let's go ahead and jump into an overview of what I'll be showing you in this tutorial. Ages, but if the story's over, why am I still writing pages? Alright, so like I said at the beginning, there are 6 chords to play through this song. I do want to do a disclaimer really quick. I watched her play her live version, her Tiny Desk version, a bunch of times, and I do think that this is how she's doing the chords, but I'm not 100% sure that the names of these chords that I'm using in this tutorial are 100% accurate. So make sure to just take the names of these chords with a grain of salt. But anyway, here are the chords that I use. So we have C, G/B, A minor 7, G suspended 4, F/C, and D minor 7. So don't let the names of these chords discourage you in any way. Some of these chord names are the ones that I could find the closest to, but I'm not 100% sure if that's actually what the chord is. So things like G/B and F/C, I'm not really sure if that's exactly what this chord is. But anyways, if you do want to take a closer look at how to play these chords, make sure to skip over to my chord section where I will break them down for you and show you how to play them. However, if you are already familiar with these chords, then we can move on to the strumming patterns that I want to show you for this song. So the first strumming pattern I always suggest beginners start with is a practice pattern, which is just one simple down strum on the beat for every chord change. If you are new to guitar, I think this is a great way to get used to the song and get used to playing those chords on tempo or on beat without adding the extra layer of complexity of using a strumming pattern and things like that. So if you want me to go over an example of how we would use this to practice in the song, make sure to skip to this time here where I will walk you through an example of it. However, if you are a little more advanced, feel like you don't need to do that, then that's totally fine. We can skip into the strumming pattern that I do actually use in my cover here at the end. So the strumming pattern I do like to use for this song, we're going to call strumming pattern 1, and as you can see, it's down, up, up, down, up, up, down, down, up. And it's going to sound a little something like this. Now I do think this is pretty close to how Taylor plays her strumming pattern in her performance, so if you want me to break it down for you a little bit more, show you how we're going to use that in the song, skip to this time here where I will break down the strumming pattern for you. However, if you feel like you already got the rhythm just by watching me, then we can go ahead and move on to the picking pattern that I'm going to be showing you in this tutorial. So the picking pattern I'm going to show you in this song is going to sound a little something like this. Now I know that might sound complicated, but it is going to be a little bit easier to understand once we break it down. So if you do want to learn the picking pattern for this song, go ahead and skip to this time here where I will break it down for you a little bit more and explain how to do it. However, if you feel like you already got the picking pattern just by watching me play through it, you can always skip to the playthrough here at the end where I will go through the whole song and have the lyrics and chords and everything on screen in front of you. But yeah, if you wanted to break this song down a little bit more and get a closer look at any of these parts, let's go ahead and jump into the more in-depth part of this tutorial, and we'll start with the chords. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the chords you need to know to play this song. Again, like I said during the overview, I'm not sure if the names of these chords are 100% accurate, so take it with a grain of salt. But for the rest of the tutorial, I will be referring to these chords as these names, okay? So let's go ahead and start with our C chord. That's the first chord in the song, and it looks like this and sounds like this. after that, we have what I call G/B. That's the closest that I could find. But anyway, it looks like this and sounds like this. If you know the name of this chord, please let me know in the comments. After that, we've got our A minor 7 chord, which looks like this and sounds like this. After that, we've got our G suspended 4, which I think that's what this is. So again, if you know what this is, let me know in the comments. But it looks like this and sounds like this. After that, we have our F/C chord. Again, this is one of those ones that I'm totally guessing based on my best guess. But yeah, it's gonna look like this and sound like this. And then the last chord you need to know is our D minor 7 chord, which looks like this and sounds like this. And now this is a little bit of a bar chord when it comes to your first finger. However, I will tell you right now, when Taylor picks it, she doesn't actually play the top E string. So if you want to, you could just play those without barring the first finger. All right, but anyway, those are the 6 chords you need to know for this song. All right, so once you have those chords memorized, make sure you can transition between them, because if you're going to do the picking pattern for this song, it is important that you can transition rather quickly. If you're having trouble with transitioning between chords, I do have a TMT right here that will take you step by step and give you exercises and things like that to practice transitioning. With that being said, let's move on to the strumming patterns that you can use for this song. Through the windows of this love, even though we boarded them up, chandeliers still flicker in here, 'cause I can't pretend it's okay when it's not. Alright, so the very first strumming pattern, of course, is our practice pattern, which is just one down strum on the beat for every chord change. I always suggest you start right here if you are a beginner and you're not really used to singing and playing at the same time and things like that. This is really going to help you be able to build up your skills so that you can do more complicated strumming patterns in the future. So let me go ahead and go through an example of what this would sound like with the first verse. Again, I have my C chord on since that's the first chord in the song, and we're just going to strum each one of these chords down one time. Saying goodbye is death by 1,000 cuts. Flashbacks waking me up. I get drunk, but it's not enough, 'cause the morning comes and you're not my baby. This song is really hard for me to sing, but anyway, you would want to just do that exact same thing through the entire song until you're used to where those chord transitions are going to be. And then once you get through with that and you feel like pretty confident with it, then we can move on to the actual strumming pattern that I do like to use in my cover here at the end. So now let's go ahead and jump into the strumming pattern I do actually like to use. As you can see, it's down, up, up, down, up, up, down, down, up. And what you're going to do is play through this entire pattern one time for every chord change. This is really close to what I think Taylor Swift plays in her concert version, so let's go ahead and go through the motions. I have my C chord on since that's the first chord in the song, and let's just go through the motions. We've got down, up, up, down, up, up, down, down, up. Alright, so again, if you're a beginner, it can be a little bit uncomfortable to go from a down strum to another down strum or an up strum to another up strum. So just remember to kind of circle your hand back around and prepare for that next strum every single time. That'll help you not have to think about it as much when you're thinking about the strumming pattern. So anyway, now that we've played through the motions, let's go ahead and put it in rhythm. So let me play it for you once so you can hear what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. All right, so that's the rhythm. Why don't you go ahead and try that with me with your C chord on? I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Awesome. So that is the rhythm. rhythm. And again, like I said, you just want to play through this strumming pattern one time for every chord change. And the only time that she uses the strumming patterns is going to be during the choruses. So let's go ahead and put the chord transitions on screen for the chorus, because again, this is where she's going to use this strumming pattern the most often. As you can see, it's going to start with our C chord. So we've got down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Then you switch to your G suspended 4. Down, up, down, 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 up. Then we've got F/C. Down, up, down, 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 up. Then back to G sus 4. Down, up, down, 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 up. So cool. So that is how the strumming pattern is going to sound. Again, she likes to use that during the choruses, whereas during the verses, she'll actually pick a picking pattern. So let's go ahead and jump into how to play that picking pattern. Hey, future Ellen here. So I was just playing through my cover when I realized I actually do have a second strumming pattern that is used throughout the song. So I wanted to quickly teach that to you guys. It's super simple. It's just 8 down strums. So Taylor only uses this twice throughout her performance. So the place you're going to want to put this is the very end of the first verse. You said it was a great love, one for the ages, but if the story's over, why am I still writing pages? So we're going to kind of splice this into our first strumming pattern. So if you put your C chord on, we've got down, up, down, up, down, down, up, just like strumming pattern 1. Then you go to your G suspended 4, down, up, down, 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 up. Then we have our F/C, down, up, down, 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 up. And then here on the last G suspended 4, we want to just strum it down 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, what that's going to do is just kind of build up that momentum and that energy to go into the chorus, where we're going to go back to our picking. So let's try that one more time, starting with our C chord. Down, up, down, 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 up. F/C. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so let me just go ahead and sing that for you so you can hear what that is. You said it was a great love, one for the ages, but if the story's over, why am I still writing pages? All right. So that's really simple. It's just used twice in the song, like I said. So if you want to add that in there, it is going to help build up that kind of energy into the different parts of the song. But again, that is going to be just kind of a second strumming pattern you can totally throw in there. If you want to just go with the first strumming pattern throughout the whole song, you can do that as well. So yeah, so now with that being said, let's go ahead and go into the picking pattern that you can use for this tutorial. Part of me you didn't take up, gave you so much, but it wasn't enough. But I'll be alright, it's just 1,000 get drunk, but it's not in. Alright, so I've zoomed in a little bit so we can take a closer look at this picking pattern. In case you're not used to any of my other tutorials, I do like to refer to the strings as numbers. In my head, that just makes more sense. So I am going to go ahead and show you how I refer to these strings as numbers, with the low E string being number 6, and it goes all the way up to the high E string, which is number 1. So for this entire picking little section, I will be referring to the strings as numbers. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So let's actually start with our right hand, okay? This is what's going to be, in charge of picking all of the strings. So for all of the chords that we're going to do picking on, your thumb is going to be in charge of the bottom 3 strings, so 6, 5, and 4. Your pointer finger is always going to be on this G string here, and then your middle finger is always going to be taking care of the second B string, okay? So these 2 fingers will always be on these 2 strings. Your thumb is going to kind of pump back and forth between the 3 bass notes, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into it, and we'll go with our first chord, which is our C chord. So go ahead and put your C chord on your left hand. And what we're going to do is play the following order. We've got 5, because that's the bass note in our C chord, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. All right, so that's the little picking order. We've got 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. If I call it out by our fingers, we've got thumb, pointer, middle, pointer, thumb, pointer. All right, and that's how we're going to pick our C. Cool. So the rest of this picking pattern is going to be very similar as far as the right hand goes. What's going to be a little bit more tricky is the left hand, the one that we're, holding all the chord shapes down with. So after we have C, which is 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, what you want to do next is go to our next chord, which is our G/B chord. And for that, just take off your ring finger and then move your middle finger up one string, okay? So now we have the same thing as far as the right hand. We've got 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. All right, one more time. 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. From there, we're going to go to our A minor 7 chord. So for that, just take your second middle finger and move it down one string. All right, and so now our right hand is still going to be exactly the same. We've got 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. One more time. 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. All right, and then after that, we've got our G sus4. So what I'm doing there is you're moving your middle finger up one string and then reaching across with your ring finger and putting it on the 3rd fret of that low E string. And then now with your picking hand, you want to move your thumb from the 5th string to the 6th string, because now the 6th string is our bottom note. So, but the rest of the fingers are the same. So now we're going to go 6, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. All right, one more time. 6, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. All right, so let's do that whole first line again, starting with our C. We've got 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. Switch to your G/B. 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. Switch to your A minor 7. 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. Then switch to your G suspended 4 and move your thumb to your 6th string. 6, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. All right, awesome. So once you have that far, you're actually halfway done with the picking pattern. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on. After you're on your G sus4, the next chord you wanna go to is your F/C chord, which looks like this. Now remember, even though this is how I like to play it with my strumming patterns and stuff like that, I did watch Taylor Swift's Tiny Desk performance over and over again, and she actually doesn't have this pinky finger here. What she does is she'll just play it with her ring finger here. So remember, this is the exact same, this is still our F/C chord, but if you want to do it while picking the way Taylor did, you can just put your ring finger here instead of having your pinky and your ring finger, okay? So with this, we're gonna move our thumb for our picking to the 4th string, but then the rest of the pattern is the same. So we've got 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. One more time. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. Then from here you go to your A minor 7 chord, and earlier we played 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, but for this second A minor 7 you want to stick on your 4th string. So again, we've got 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. All right. Then here you go to your D minor 7, and then you're still staying on your right hand the same string. So you're still on 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. Again, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. And then the last chord in this little line is going back to the G suspended 4. Go ahead and put that chord back on. And for this one on your right hand, you are going to pick it the same way we picked it earlier. So you go back to your 6th string. 6, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. All right, so let's put that last half of it back together, starting from our F/C. So remember, for this last half of the pattern, instead of focusing on the 5th string, we're focusing on our 4th string when we're picking. So we're going 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3 for most of this. So with our F/C on, we've got 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. Then go to your A minor 7, same thing on your right hand. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. Then you go to your D minor 7. Same thing on your right hand. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. And then go to your G suspended 4 and you're switching to your 6th string on your thumb. 6, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. All right. And congratulations, once you get there, you have played through the whole thing one time, and all she does when she's doing her performance is she just cycles over and over and over again. So let's go over the entire thing, starting with our C chord at the very beginning. So with our C chord on, we've got 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. Switch to your G/B. 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. Switch to your A minor 7. 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. Go to your G suspended 4. 6, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. Next line is F/C. Now we're focusing on our 4th string. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. A minor 7 again. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. D minor 7. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. And then back to your G suspended 4. 6, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. Awesome. So I know that's a lot to take in, but once you practice it slowly and speed it up, it does become a lot easier. And like I said, it's very repetitive. She does use the same pattern for the entire song, basically. So let's go ahead and go through it without stopping. Nice. So once you can get the transitions without stopping, all you want to do now is make sure you have that rhythm down. So instead of them being all straightforward, what you're going to want to do is hold out some of these a little bit longer. So it's actually going to sound like this. We're holding certain beats. And so you want to have that same rhythm for all of these. So let's do it again, but let's put the rhythm in there. So we've got C, G/B, A minor 7, G suspended 4, F/C, A minor 7, D minor 7, G sus4. All right, great. So once you get that, again, all you have to do is practice until you can speed it up a little bit, and then you can play through the song. So let's go ahead and go through that one more time in rhythm without stopping. Great. So again, this is going to take a little bit of practice. You'll definitely have to pause the video and practice this at your own tempo. Make sure you start out slow, and then as you start to get it and your fingers start to, know where those next chords are going to be, then start speeding it up until you can get it at tempo. But that is how she does the majority of her picking pattern, and for, simplicity's sake, that's just what I'm going to teach you. She does switch it up a little bit sometimes in her live performances, but for the purposes of any covers or anything like that, this is sufficient. So again, practice this until you get it, and that is the picking pattern for this song. Alright, so once you have those chords memorized, you've practiced transitioning between them, you've gotten that strumming pattern down for the choruses, and you've practiced that picking pattern for the verses, we can play everything we learned in this tutorial together to play through the whole song. I will be putting the lyrics and the chords and the strumming and picking and all that stuff that you need to know on screen in front of you here for the playthrough at the end. So yeah, let's go ahead and put everything we learned together to play Death by 1,000 Cuts by Taylor Swift. Good luck. Them up, chandeliers still flicker in here, 'cause I can't pretend it's okay when it's not. It's death by 1,000 cuts. Just to kill my time, I take the long way home. I ask the traffic lights if it'll be alright. They say I don't know. What once was ours is no one's now. I see you everywhere, the only thing we share is this small town. You said it was a great love, one for the ages. But if the story's over, why am I still writing pages? 'Cause saying goodbye is death by 1,000 cuts. Flashbacks waking me up. Get drunk, but it's not enough, 'cause the morning comes and you're not my baby. I look through the windows of this love, even though we boarded them up. Chandeliers still flickering here, 'cause I can't pretend it's okay when it's not. It's death by 1,000 cuts. My heart, my hips, my body, my love, trying to find a part of me that you didn't touch. Gave up on me like I wasn't that drug. Now I'm searching for signs in a haunted club. Our songs, our films, united we stand. Our country, guess it was a lawless land. Quiet my fears with the touch of your hand. Paper cut stings from our paper thin plans. My time, my wine, my spirit, my trust, trying to find a part of me you didn't take up. Gave you so much, but it wasn't enough. But I'll be alright, it's just 1,000 cuts. Get drunk, but it's not enough, 'cause you're not my baby. I look through the windows of this love, even though we boarded them up. Chandeliers still flickering here, 'cause I can't pretend it's okay when it's not. No, it's not. It's death by 1,000 cuts. Trying to find a part of me that you didn't touch. My body, my love, my trust. But it wasn't enough, it wasn't enough, no, no. I take the long way home. I ask the traffic lights if it'll be alright. They say I don't know. Alright, so that was my tutorial for Death by 1,000 Cuts by Taylor Swift. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If it helped you, make sure to give me a thumbs up down below, as well as to subscribe to my channel. That way you never miss out on another new tutorial. Here are my social media sites in case you'd like to follow me on any of those. That's just where I do fun things like behind the scenes looks at things coming up. I'll poll you guys on things that you want to see. And I also have giveaways going on every month on my Instagram, so make sure to check that out if you want to get a free one-on-one lesson with me. This is also where I go to find people to feature in my new segment, Forever Features. This week we have Prisha playing Cornelia Street by Taylor Swift. Let's give it a listen. So if you want to be featured in an upcoming video, be sure to follow me on Instagram and post a video of you playing any song you've learned from any of the tutorials on my channel. Use the hashtag #ForeverFeatures in the description so I can find it, and the next feature spot could be you. And one last little plug, if you liked the shirt I was wearing in today's tutorial, this is my Forever Faithful guitar shirt, which you can find in my merch store link down below, as well as under this video. Every purchase there really helps my channel to grow and allows me to continue making these free tutorials for you guys. So thank you so much to anyone who's ever supported me in that way. And I guess that concludes this video, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!